I was working on this large program of work and with a very senior leader at an executive level. And he said something to me that you might have heard. He said, Daniel, if you can't measure it, it doesn't matter. Now, as someone with a degree in mathematics, an MBA, studying behavioral economics, I totally understood what he meant. So in this day, I pushed back on this gentleman we'll call John. I said, John, hey, do you love your wife? He said, well, of course I do. You know that. I said, I thought so. So tell me, do you measure it? Is there a chart on the fridge? Is there a spreadsheet somewhere? Are you doing debits and credits here? Well, tell me about it. How is this working for you? Do you have a number, a score? And even if you did have a score, let's say you had 86, what would that really tell me about your relationship? Now, unfortunately, we do this all the time. In organizations where we have metrics, we fascinate on them. These that we call the tangible pieces, budgets and inventories, and all those numbers and metrics that fly around, they are vitally important. The problem we have is we fascinate too much. We forget when there are humans involved. Then we also have intangible factors that drive us. These are things like values, relationships, culture, emotions. These incredibly powerful and intangible forces drive so much of what we do, what our teams do, and what our organizations and communities do. Because of that, I became absolutely fascinated with this idea. How do we help people like me? How do we help the more analytical type people understand what empathy is? This is really where we help analytical thinkers understand what empathy is. We try and keep the definition simple and practical. So even the most analytically hardened type of person, think mining, think engineering, can understand what empathy is. And to really support those people, we even give them a process. The empathy process is a fascinatingly simple yet powerful way to help people understand what empathy is. What I find most of all is this keynote really resonates with those analytical, financial services, engineering, mining, heavy industry type audiences who need more empathy, but they don't want to hear the woo woo. My other keynote is Leading the Great Reconnection. This is a fascinating talk where we help people understand what it is that drives so much disruption in teams. You see, often what we hear is people say that they hate change, but it's actually not change that we fear the most. It's a sense of uncertainty, not knowing what's going to happen next. And again, we have some practical tools that help people understand not just what the problem is, but what they can do about it and help them to move forward. My latest keynote, and I love this one, it talks about the idea of ethics and empathy in this new world of AI we're living in. In a world where we're starting to see fear already pop up, we're talking about the world of AI making decisions for us. The question that we've got to answer is, should we fear AI or actually ourselves? We use these incredibly fun games and interactions. A lot of this program and this keynote is really highly interactive, putting scenarios in front of people and helping them make ethical decisions in front of each other, seeing the results live on the screen to make sure that the engagement is there. At the end of the day, the real takeaway of this talk is that it'll be our values, our own humanity that will be the number one thing that drives us forward. And the thing we have to fear the most is not AI. It's what we could do with AI if we get those values wrong. I also love presenting as an MC, and I'm a very adaptable and professional MC. A big part of my passion is understanding the audience, understanding the event organizers and what they're trying to do. My number one mission as an MC is to make sure that the audience experiences that beautifully designed and choreographed development that the event organizer has put together. In their mind, there's a vision for what this conference will be, and I want to make sure that vision comes real. Please reach out if I can help. It's been a real pleasure working with you in the past. I look forward to doing it more in the future.